follow the inventory. If you guys want to gauge which direction our housing market is headed, have a look at how many houses are for sale today compared to the same time frame in 2019. Therefore, this video is all about what's happening right now in the US housing market and also looking at how inventory compares to years past, especially compared to 2019. This is according to a brand new report from ResiClub from Lambert. It says here, generally speaking, local housing markets where active inventory, or the amount of houses for sale in which those areas have returned to pre-pandemic levels, have experienced softer home price growth or outright decreases. So areas that have more homes for sale this month compared to the same time frame in 2019, home prices are softening or actually going down. In contrast, markets where active inventory is far below pre-COVID levels are experiencing the biggest increases of home prices. National active listings or housing supply are on the rise, as you guys all know if you guys follow my channel. We're up by about 29% this October compared to October of 2023. By the way, what I really love about this article from ResiClub and Lambert, who's the founder of ResiClub, what I really like about this is that they're looking at changes of inventory by the end of October, which was yesterday at the time of filming this video. And here he has an article about changes of inventory on his website already. In contrast, the National Association of Realtors won't publish October's data for about 3 weeks. So this is really timely updates from ResiClub. In any case, given that inventory is up by 29% year over year, this indicates that home buyers have gained some leverage in many parts of the country over the past year. In other words, leverage over home sellers, while some markets even feeling like a buyer's market. In other words, buyers having an advantage over home sellers, which is vastly different compared to the past 10 years. I mean, sellers have been in the driver's seat for quite some time due to the fact that inventory has been down greatly from, of course, the craziness we had back in 2008. However, nationally speaking, inventory is still down by about 21% compared to October of 2019. Let's first have a look at inventory numbers compared to 1 year ago. And this is a fantastic map they put together. Please leave me a comment below your thoughts regarding what catches your attention. Here's what catches my attention. So areas in red or yellow are areas in which inventory is down compared to 1 year ago. And what do you guys all see? This map is all in green, right? So it means that every single state has more houses for sale. This is only existing houses compared to 1 year ago. In fact, the biggest increase is actually in Hawaii, up by a whopping 52.7%. Florida also saw a big gain, up by 45%. Washington up by 43%. Same for Colorado and Utah, up by more than 40%. In addition, Vermont is up by a staggering 61%. In contrast, New York barely squeaked out a gain, only up by 4%, and North Dakota only up by 1.6%. In California, where I live and work as a real estate agent here in the greater Sacramento area, we're up by about 35%. Before I share inventory numbers compared to 2019, have a look at this. This is according to Realtor.com. By the way, they actually just announced their report yesterday, I believe. Maybe actually, I think it was today, which is November 1st, which is on Friday. Hope you guys had a great Halloween, by the way. So 2024 is this line right here, and pre-COVID is above, right? So this October, there were 953,814 houses for sale. 1 year ago, only 738,000. That's an increase again, up by 29%, which last year is this line right there, right? So we have more homes for sale compared to 2021, 22, 23, and 2020, but we're still lagging behind pre-COVID levels. So looking at October 2021, actually, let's just go back here. So this year, 953,000. Last year, 738. 752,000 last year, or 2 years ago. And October 2021, only 565,000. A giant decrease compared to the 1.2 to to 1.3 million we should be seeing looking at pre-COVID levels. What really stands out to me is this right here, going from October 19 through October 2020, it went from 1.2 to 734,000, a decrease of 39%. Now again, we're basically moving the opposite direction, up by 29%. Also, they have this to say as well, if we maintain the current year-over-year pace of inventory growth, up by 215,000 homes for sale, we would have just under 1.4 million houses for sale by the time we hit October of 2026, which is slightly above pre-pandemic levels of 1.2 to 1.3 million houses for sale. So it would take another, almost 2 years in order to get to pre-COVID levels if the current sales pace or the current pace of inventory growth continues. Now, speaking of that, here's a look at inventory this October compared to 5 years ago from October 2019. There's now 8 states that have more houses for sale compared to 2019, and 3 states getting very, very close as well. This, by the way, is much different compared to just several months ago, or 3 months ago. 3 months ago, there was only 4 states that had more inventory. Now there's actually 8 states, so double the numbers. So the states that have more inventory is Florida up by 10%, Tennessee up by 14%, Texas up by 14%, Oklahoma a small gain of 0.2%, Colorado up by 7%, Utah is an increase of 4.9%, and also Idaho up by 5.6%. The 3 states that are very close behind are Washington State, down by 1.5%. Then we have Oregon down by 7.1%, and also Alabama is only down by 4.4%. In contrast, Alaska, they have 43% fewer houses for sale, and much of the Northeast is also down greatly as well. So for example, in New Jersey, they're down by 61%, Connecticut down by a whopping 70.9%. In California, we're down by 19.9%. What really catches my attention regarding California is that this October we have 62,030 houses for sale. This is lower than 2019, 18, and 2017. Back then, 69,000. Look at Texas, for example, though, 115,739 houses for sale. Much higher compared to any other October since at least October of 2017. Also, inventory in Texas has increased a whopping 137% since the lows of October of 2021. Back then, there was just under 49,000 houses for sale. Now there's approaching 116,000 this October. Also in Florida, they have nearly 145,000 houses for sale this October, which is the highest level for October since at least October of 2017. In stark contrast, look at Connecticut. There's only 4,971 homes for sale. Look at October of 2017, a whopping 19,299. That's a decrease of 70.9%. Every housing market is different, to say the least. Here's another way to look at this, looking at inventory from 2019. The areas right above here mean they have more houses for sale this October compared to October of 19. Those 8 states again are Idaho, Utah, Texas, Tennessee, Arizona, Florida, Colorado, and Oklahoma. Obviously, Texas, Tennessee, Arizona, and Florida have a lot more homes for sale compared to 2019. In Oklahoma, again, barely squeaked out a gain, up by 0.2%. And very close is Washington, Alabama, and Oregon, but also not too far behind as well is Nebraska, Louisiana, Georgia, as well as Hawaii. In contrast, look at Connecticut. Down greatly. Illinois and also New Jersey, West Virginia, New Hampshire, and Vermont are also down greatly as well. In regards to home prices, ResiClub also had this to share for the month of September. They'll have these updated figures for October in about 3 weeks. Anyways, looking at September's numbers, the areas in blue, or light blue are areas in which home prices are increased or have increased compared to 1 year ago. Areas, of course, in yellow and red are areas in which prices have been going down. So look at this. I mean, much of the Northeast as well as the Midwest have an increase in prices, except for this market right here, Minneapolis. They're down by, or actually a small increase, up by 0.2%. In contrast, Los Angeles is up by 5.1%. Riverside is up by 4.2%. San Diego is up by 4.8%. Sacramento, the greater Sacramento area, is up by 1.8%. And the San Jose market is up by 7.8%. And also we have New York is up by 7.1%. Milwaukee up by 4.9%. Hartford, Connecticut is up by 8%. As you guys can see, areas in which home prices have increased the most are areas in which inventory is down the most compared to 5 years ago. In contrast, areas in which home values have decreased the most, which, by the way, this is according to Zillow's Home Value Index. The biggest decline, or one of the biggest declines, is Punta Gorda, Florida, down by a whopping 7.1%. Then we have Cape Coral, Florida, down by 5.1%. New Orleans down by 4%. And Austin, Texas is down by 4%. What really catches my attention regarding Austin, Texas, they're down by a whopping 20.4% compared to the peak back in 2022. Some people ask me about Phoenix. Phoenix is down by 8% from the peak of 2022, but the year-over-year change is up by 0.5%. And with that said, if you guys got any value of today's video, then please hit the like button. Also consider subscribing as well. I post frequent housing market updates so you guys can be more informed. Hope you guys have an awesome day and look forward to seeing you on the next video.